Number 28 is secured. Barcelona are La Liga champions in 2024-2025. Domestic treble, a double, La Liga in the Copa del Rey. Just amazing, bro. What a first season for Hansi Flick. I predicted, not to toot my own horn, but I predicted before the season started that Barca would win a double. Because even at preseason, I thought that this team had a different vibe to it. And that's why all season I kept saying this team is different. But I had really high expectations for this team. This team exceeded my expectations. They exceeded my expectations. And yes, I understood that the loss against Inter in the UCL, it's still, I'm still not over it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really still not over that loss because, that would have capped off a 10 out of 10 season. But this is just amazing, bro. And to do it in this fashion, to beat Espanyol, those fucking cunts, man. This game was extremely meaningful for both teams. If Barca won today, obviously they won and they secured the league title. But if Espanyol won today, they would have been safe from relegation. So this game was, both teams had huge stakes. They were playing for huge stakes. And to see Barca go in there and get that win, I fucking hate playing Espanyol, especially in their stadium. I remember a game back in 2014-2015, the treble-winning year with MSN. Barca played in that stadium. They won 2-0. Mateo Laos was the referee, and in that game, Dani Alves got a red card. They got a red card as well, like the 91st minute. Messi scored a goal, Neymar scored a goal, and that game was just like they were throwing shit, they were throwing lighters on the pitch. It was honestly like it was some of the worst behavior I've ever seen from fans. And I'm not sitting here acting like Barca fans are perfect, but bro, these fucking guys, it's crazy. But anyway, man, I'm extremely proud of the team. I'm extremely happy that Barca got the win today. It wasn't the prettiest performance, but it doesn't matter, man. They got the win. And thank you to Jacobo Ramon for giving us this moment. Because his goal yesterday against Mallorca, if he doesn't score that, we don't get to enjoy this moment today, winning La Liga in Espanyol Stadium. So thank you to Jacobo Ramon for scoring that goal, man. Thank you. The only time I've ever celebrated a Madrid goal was yesterday when I saw him score that, because I knew that Barca were going to go in today in that stadium and take care of business, and they did it. And before there was something happening in the game while it was going on. They almost stopped it because apparently some elder lady ran over a bunch of fans outside the stadium, and they almost stopped the game. I don't know what any of that's about. I hope that whoever was affected by that, all the people that were injured, I hope they're okay. But yeah, this is my point. Like, this rivalry is always very tense, but I'm glad the game was able to go on, and I'm glad that Barca got the win. The first half was honestly shit. It was so shit. Barca were honestly not the better team in the first half. I don't think Espanyol were great, but they created the two clearest chances of the game. Two times where they found themselves in behind Barca's high line, and one time Szczesny made a great save. The other time they just missed it. But I didn't think Barca created anything in that first half. The front four looked non-existent. Lamine Yamal had one play, which we'll talk about. Lamine, obviously he scored the goal, but Lamine Yamal had one play in that first half where he was like on the right-hand side of the box, and he was surrounded by like 4 players, bro. And somehow he doesn't lose the ball, and then he finds Dani Olmo. The way how he found that pass, I'll honestly never know. Lamine Yamal honestly makes magic happen with his feet. But yeah, that first half, not really much to talk about because it was shit. And the second half comes around, and Lamine, bro, what a goal. That's a signature goal. We saw him score that goal in the Euros against France in the semifinal, and we saw him score it again today. He's not the best finisher in front of goal, like one-on-one with the keeper, but give this guy a shot like that, and he's going to convert it basically every single time. He scored one against Inter as well. He scored one just similar to that one against Real Madrid literally on Sunday. The curl he puts on these shots is beautiful, man. It honestly is Messi-esque, and I don't use that term lightly. I think Messi, as you guys know, and I think everybody agrees with this statement at this point, except for some people who are delusional, Messi's the greatest player of all time. So for anybody to say that Lamine Yamal is Messi-esque, that's obviously very high praise, but what this guy continues to do, in that second half, he was unplayable, bro. Unplayable. Also had the assist to Fermin Lopez for the goal that sealed the game. Super happy for Fermin, by the way, because he got robbed of that moment against Madrid on Sunday, and for him to see him have that moment today, scoring that goal to basically win Barca or seal the league title for Barca, I'm super happy for Fermin because he deserves it, man. If there's one player that deserves it in this Barca squad, it's him. But, it's amazing, bro. The second half, I didn't think, we played the best football. It's a lot of shithousery. It's always going to happen with these teams. I'm seeing right now they were fighting after the final whistle. They were pushing each other around. It's going to happen. These teams don't like each other. But it's a game that, you had to win the league, and you got it done. And I want to go on and talk about some of the players now before we get into more like a bigger picture of what the sports team has accomplished this season. I want to talk about Szczesny. He had a couple good saves in this game. He made a really, really big save in that second half. To save an Espanyol counterattack, or it was in the first half. I forget which half it was, but he made a huge save in this game. I already talked about it. It was in the first half. Yeah, so I'm looking at my notes here. Let me see. Yes, it was in the first half. So it was in the first half that Tech made that huge save. I honestly thought he was really, really good today. He came out of his box a couple times to stop those balls in behind. I thought Szczesny had a very, very good game. Eddie Garcia, man, playing right back today, continues to impress. Since Kunde went down, he's been really, really good in that position, and I'm really happy that Eric stayed. I'm really happy that Hansi Flick convinced him to stay in the wintertime because this guy, he's a very, very good football player, man. He's just a very good and efficient football player. That's what he is. He's not going to wow you. He's not the best going forward. He's not the greatest defensively, but he does everything at a B level, and sometimes that's all you need. And I thought today he was really good. And like he's been since he started playing right back. I mean, he was great against Madrid, obviously scored a goal against Inter and should have had two. I think Eddie Garcia has been nothing short of remarkable since Kunde went down and he was tasked to play that position. So shout out to Eddie Garcia, man, an unsung hero of this Barca team this season, and a guy who I really hope doesn't go anywhere in the summer because Barca need him. Then we move on to the center backs. Araujo went off injured early in that second half. Hopefully he's all right. He had an ice pack around his knee. Obviously, the conversation surrounding Ronald Araujo with Barca fans is mostly negative because most Barca fans don't like him. I've always been a big fan of Ronald Araujo. I thought he actually had a decent game today, had a couple big plays. Is he better than Íñigo or better than Cuba? No, but he's still a very, very good player. He's not having his best season. He hasn't had his best season, but I honestly thought Araujo, up until he went off early in that second half, had a decent game, honestly. I don't think he was spectacular, but I don't think he was bad either. Christensen, on the other hand, was fucking amazing, man. Christensen was so good. I said this in my video yesterday. I honestly forgot about how good Andreas Christensen was because he was out for such a long time. He's a stud, man. He was so good today. His playing out from the back it's elite. His defensive awareness is so good. His positioning, everything about that guy. I mean, I really hope we don't sell him because a guy like Christensen, we got him on a free, guys. Remember, we got him on a free a couple years ago. Xavi's first full season in charge in that summer, and he was just amazing from the get-go. So you don't find gems like that just anywhere. And I think that it would be a huge disservice to sell Andreas Christensen. And we thought we were going to sell Christensen and then bring in Jonathan Tah, but we now know that Jonathan Tah is going to Bayer Leverkusen. So what are the other options? Who are you going to bring in to replace Christensen? Who's a better backup center back in world football right now than Andreas Christensen? That doesn't really exist. So I love Christensen. I love what he did today. He was fucking amazing. Then we move on to left back, Gerard Martin. Not great. Honestly, wasn't great today. He's just, I mean, he had the flashes against Inter, but he kind of reverted back to the mean. Again, I'm not trying to sound like a dick here, but he wasn't fantastic. But, you know, he didn't really make any huge mistakes, so shout out to him. Midfield, Frankie de Jong had a stellar second half. I think he had a great game overall, but had a stellar second half. And Frankie de Jong, man, he's a great player. He's a great player. And I know Barca fans, and I maybe said it as well, when he was playing bad, when he first came back from injury, we were like, oh, we have to sell him, this guy sucks. But I've always been a believer in Frankie de Jong. And a lot of you guys who've watched my channel for a long time, you know that. I've always backed him. And to see him now play the way that he's playing, it's amazing because he's been so good. He was so good in that second half. I think he touched the ball so many times. It seemed like every time Barca were in possession, he was touching the ball. He was just involved in every single play that Barca had in the build-up all the time. I mean, just a great player. Pedri had a great second half as well. Wasn't his best game, but I mean, Pedri's just such a magician. He's so good with the ball at his feet. He could just provide a sense of calmness to the game that very few players can. So I honestly thought he was amazing. Lamine Yamal, like I said, scored the goal and just he's already proving he's the best player in the world. I mean, stuff like this. I'm looking at his goal on replay now. You cannot place that ball better. You couldn't do it better if you placed it with your hands. If he grabbed the ball with his hands like it was handball and he put it where he wanted it to, I don't think he could place it better. And Joan Garcia is one of the best keepers in La Liga. He's one of the best keepers in La Liga. I think he's made the most saves in La Liga this season. So to see Lamine Yamal do that, crazy, bro. Generational talent, and it's just, he's insane. He's insanely good. Honestly a magician. And keep in mind, guys, he's only going to keep getting better. Like, we haven't seen his final form yet. This guy's going to keep improving and keep getting better because he's only 17 years old. So amazing from him. Just the guy. I've run out of adjectives to describe Lamine Yamal and how impressed I am by him because, I mean, it's crazy, bro. I see people shit talk this guy. I see people talk about how he doesn't deserve the Ballon d'Or. And it's all, this is part of the reason why I got off X, bro, honestly, because the conversations in that app are for people who have literally no brains. And if you're a big user on X, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to insult you, but these people are stupid. That's the best way I can put it. Honestly, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, so maybe I don't have a ground to stand on to call other people stupid. But genuinely, if you think Lamine Yamal is not a good football player, if you think he's overrated or overhyped, you're actually stupid. Like, I can't say anything else. You're actually stupid. But anyway, that's my little rant for the day about people on X. They suck. But moving on to the other three of the front four, Dani Olmo, Lewandowski, and Rafinha, all were shit. Every single one of them. Lewandowski, honestly, I'm not even joking. I'm not saying this I'm not saying this to sound mean. I honestly forgot he played. It was the second half when he got taken off in the second half, and they put up the number 9 thing on the little board. I was like, holy shit, he was playing this whole time. I saw him in that first half take so many heavy touches. He was misplacing passes, and then he blended into the game. I didn't notice Lewandowski at all. I miss Ferran. By the way, get well soon, Shark. He had to get surgery because he had appendicitis. So get well soon to the Shark. But Lewandowski was simply not good today. Again, I think he's had a good season, not a great season. I think people are kind of overhyping his season because of the goals he scored. But today wasn't his day, and I think Barca should be looking at a replacement, but that's a conversation for another day. We could talk about that when I do my Barca keeper sell at the end of the season. Then Dani Olmo and Rafinha, both of them non-existent. Dani Olmo has been completely useless. I don't want to say, no, that's too strong of a word. He has not been great for a long time now. He's just come and gone. He hasn't been consistently great for a long time now. For me, every time he comes on, to me, he looks better than Dani Olmo. And today he got that goal. So super happy for Fermin. Rafinha coming off that brace in the Clásico today couldn't really do much. But yeah, man, it's just surreal to see Barca. I mean, once again, league champions. Obviously, we won the league 2 years ago under Xavi. And to me, this league campaign has been more impressive because, while yes, we had a couple down periods in November and December, losing to, dropping points against Celta Vigo and Las Palmas and Real Sociedad and Atletico Madrid. It's just been, I think, this is a league season where the best team definitely won it. Barca have been consistently the best team in La Liga all year. They've been consistently the best team in La Liga all year. They have the most points, of course. They won the league. They're probably going to finish, if they won the last 2 games, with 90-plus points, which I also, by the way, predicted in my preseason prediction video. But hopefully that one comes true as well, because a lot of those are looking good. The only one that's not looking good is the Vitor Roque Lewandowski one, but we'll get to that a little bit later. But also, they have the by far and away the best goal difference. This is a fully deserved league title. And Hansi Flick has completely transformed this team. He's completely transformed this team. And I don't think we realized how great of a manager this guy is, because this team went trophyless last year and we looked dead, man. I remember after that game against Villarreal in La Liga where Barca lost 5-3, I was just like, what's next for this team? And then we lost to PSG in the quarterfinals, and then we lost to Girona in one of the last games of the season. We lost to Real Madrid. And then I was like, bro, what is going to happen with this team? How do we fix it, bro? Where do we go from here? And all you needed was one beautiful German man to come in and be like, you know what? All I need is Dani Olmo, and by the way, he's probably not going to play that much. He's going to be injured for a large stretch of the season, and I'm still going to win you the league title, and I'm still going to get you to a UCL semifinal and be 2 minutes away from getting you to a final, and I'm still going to beat your biggest rivals 4 times in a single year, and I'm still going to win you the Copa del Rey, and I'm still going to win you the Super Cup, because that's the type of manager that I am. And to Hansi Flick, to the Flickinator, man, I want to say thank you for giving us a great season. I think every Barca fan, except for the stupid ones, are so happy that he's the coach. And yeah, bro, to see Barca win the league today, it's amazing. Honestly, I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer here, but part of me is still hurting from the UCL loss to Inter. Honestly, I haven't gotten over it yet. So I don't, but that doesn't change anything, bro. Like, to win a domestic treble is a huge accomplishment, bro. It is a huge accomplishment to win a domestic treble. And we shouldn't take that for granted as fans. We should be extremely proud of the season that Barca have had. And this team is only going to keep getting better, guys. This team is only going to keep getting better. But what hurts is that you had that opportunity in the UCL, and you almost went through. But almost. I mean, this is gonna get a little bit more deep than maybe people want to, but at this point in the video, a lot of people have probably clicked off. I had a soccer coach, the first soccer coach I ever had, Francisco Polin. When I lived obviously in Venezuela. When I was a kid playing football, I would always whenever I would misplace a pass or misplace a shot, I would just I would shoot and it would go wide, or it would be saved by the keeper. I would always go like this. I'd stand in place and be like, oh my god, almost. And he would always get pissed at me for that, because he'd be like, bro, stop fucking talking about it, just recover and keep playing. But one day in a game, I misplaced a pass to one of my teammates. I got intercepted. It was a shitty pass, and I stood in place and I was like this, and he took me out of the game. And when he took me out of the game, he sat me on the bench and he said to me, and I'm going to say it in Spanish and then I'll say it in English, en la vida y en el fútbol no existe el casi. And that means basically, in life and in football, almost doesn't exist. So I say all that to say this. Yes, we almost won the UCL, but we couldn't get it done. We almost made the UCL final, but we didn't. It's the same thing if you say you almost won the lottery, okay, but you're still broke. You almost asked that girl out, okay, but you're still single. You almost got that job, okay, but you're still unemployed. You didn't get it. You know what I mean? So a lot of times in life, we're like, oh, almost. This team is just going to keep getting back to this stage of the competition. But you really, I mean, you got to take those opportunities when you have them. And that's what pisses me off so much about this season is that we had the opportunity and we couldn't take it. And it wasn't a team's fault, man. I mean, it's just Inter. They were at home and they came away with that shit. But again, that was just kind of like I'm happy with the way that the season played out. I'm extremely happy. I'm extremely grateful. But those opportunities don't come around often. And when you have them, you got to take them because you don't know what's going to happen next season. But if there's one team that I trust to bounce back and hopefully get to that level one step further in the competition next year, it's this Barcelona team under Hansi Flick because they have young, hungry players who have proven that, you know, the spotlight a lot of times is not too big for them. They can do it against Real Madrid in Riyadh. They can do it against Real Madrid in La Cartuja. They can do it against Real Madrid in the Bernabeu. They can do it against Inter in the San Siro when they lost. They came back from 2-0 down. They can do it against Bayern Munich at Montjuic. They can do it against Dortmund in their stadium, obviously in the league phase. They can do it against Benfica in their stadium. They can do it anywhere. So I'm extremely proud of this team. I hope that next year we're able to go one step further and, you know, win the other competition. But again, we should all be extremely proud of this team. I saw Hector Ford come in and he made a big tackle towards the end, so happy for him as well. And yeah, man, that's really all I have to say. Just extremely proud of the team and extremely grateful that we were able to win this game and extremely grateful that we were able to secure the league title because I know Madrid fans would have been like, dude, some of these guys are so fucking delusional, bro. Some of them actually thought that Barca were going to lose the league title. Can you believe that shit? Some of them actually thought that Barca were going to lose this league title. Oh, don't let Barca slip up. Like, bro, these guys, man, it's been a rough season for them. But yeah, domestic treble secured. Barca, super proud of the team, man. Everybody should be proud of the team. And, you know, we'll go at it next year. Obviously, I'm going to make a match review for the last 2 games of the season because they're still going to play. And I'm still, you know, a content creator for this team. And I mean, not for this team. I'm a football content creator, but obviously I support this team, so I'm going to talk about the games because I want to talk about the games because I'm still going to watch the games because I don't miss Barca games, whether they're for a league title like it was today or just a meaningless game that, you know, no one really cares about because I still care about it, and I'm sure you guys still care about it too. So yeah, man, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that story about me as a youngin being shitty at football and my coach sitting me down and kind of telling me off. It was just kind of to put something into perspective. But again, I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. How happy are you? I always say down below. Where the fuck else is the comment section, bro? Obviously, it's down below. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Also, how happy are you that Barca won the league? What are your thoughts about the season? Let me know all that in the comments. I didn't say down below. Thank God. And yeah, man, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.